Here in just a little bit, and everybody on YouTube, on the News 12 YouTube site, thanks for joining us. We'll go a couple tweaks here and we'll be ready to go. It's been an amazing, absolutely wonderful Monday. No problems at all here at News 12, being able to take a look and see at the eclipse and everything else going on. This has really absolutely been an incredible day watching the eclipse unfold. We did manage to see a little bit, excuse me, of the eclipse with just a cloud cover out there. We only got a fraction of it in, but we did manage again to see a little bit more about what was going on. So kind of neat to be able to see that happening. But for right now, things are all over with, so we can put these back in the drawer for the next few years, or might try using them for catching some sunspots on the sun, or just if you ever want to take a look directly at the sun, keep these things around. This is a nice little thing to do, to be able to take a look through that, and they work pretty well too when you put them over the lens of your camera and point that at the sun, so you're able to see a little bit better where that comes. And the next solar eclipse, I believe, isn't until somewhere in the 2040s, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more, excuse me, about that. Hopefully a lot of us will be around for that as we go into the course of the next few years. I had a great time today. I hope everybody else did too. Again, the opportunity to get out and take a look and see what that system was all about. And again, this was really a good opportunity to practice some citizen science, if at all possible, and just watch a little bit more about what actually goes on with things like that. So what are we looking at into the course of the next couple of days? More chances of rain, and that is not good news, unfortunately, as we get into next few days, because of the fact that baseball is back in the area as we go into tomorrow. So we'll take a look at the forecast for the Lookouts returning home, which is kind of on the iffy side at best. And we'll also take a look at how you can help where it comes to anything involving the forecast, where it comes to the eclipse, I should say. If you'd like to see a little bit more about what citizen science can do, we have a good opportunity to learn a little bit more about what that is all about coming up into the next couple of days. So for right now, let's call it 2 more hours. So this will be about 23, give or take. This is right down to the wire, waiting for the opening pitch coming up on the opening day. About 23 hours to go. And unfortunately, there's going to be the possibility of some scattered showers out there. Chances of thunderstorms, yes, but it looks like that'll be happening over into around Wednesday and Thursday. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in just a little bit, but hopefully the season goes well for the Lookouts. Really looking forward to going out and attending a game if at all possible, so ready for the Lookouts baseball to return to downtown. Let's take a look and get started for tonight and show you a little bit more about what happened about 7 years ago, in fact. This was a look at, if I can get this going, neat thing about a pinhole filter, where you poke a hole in a piece of paper or cardboard and then you project that onto another piece of paper, the image of the sun. So you don't have to look straight at the sun. You can just use that pinhole projector to see how much of the sun's surface is covered. The leaves on a tree act like pinhole projectors, and every single arc you see on here, these little shapes that you see, are the arc of the moon covering up the sun's surface. And that's what all of these are on the brick patio from Randolph B. Woolley of Lookout Mountain from back in 2017. So really need to be able to see that pinhole effect going on. If you take a look at the pictures on social media, you'll probably see things like colanders and sieves being used as the pinhole projectors. So neat to be able to see that from about 7 years ago. If you've got weather pictures, we'd love to see them and see what you saw and where you saw it. So give us an email at pictures@wdef.com. drop the pictures to our social media pages, or go to our website, our brand new section of our website, WDEF.com/photos. You'll be able to check in there and see more about what is going on. Good opportunity, again, to see what other people are posting out there. So, again, we're just able to see a little bit more about what has been happening out there. Some amazing pictures. We've gotten about, to our webpage, WDEF.com, we've gotten about maybe a dozen pictures already. So thanks to everyone for sending those in, and for everybody who's been sending in some amazing pictures again so far out there. Nice to be able to see that, so thank you very much for doing that. All right, moving on again for the almanac page of the day. It was really kind of neat to see this, but the temperature dropped just about a degree or two at the airport as the sun darkened. And it wasn't much, but it was noticeable, just about by a degree or two. So we're about 5 degrees above normal today, 11 degrees below record high. 53 was our low temperature. For the average for the day was 48, and a record low of 28 degrees last set back in 2007. And earlier on, we got about 9/100ths of an inch of rainfall. That leaves us with an 1.8 behind for the month and an 1.61 ahead for the year. So for tomorrow, could be the potential of some scattered showers out there, and that is something that we're going to be watching very carefully. We do have some scattered light activity on Titan radar making its way through the area at this time, and that again is where we see the best potential for some scattered light showers. Now beyond that, we have a little bit more activity going on down to our south, and better areas of showers and thunderstorms well off to our west, including numerous severe thunderstorm warnings taking place from Arkansas and Texas for the most part. We're looking at decent amounts of special weather statements, but nothing really much going on where we are at this point. But we may see a rumble of thunder or a flash of lightning overnight, and that'll be most of what we're looking at again for the time being. More potential of rainfall coming up as we go through the next few days. This area down here, Coolidge Park, north of the Tennessee River in the North Shore area, this was a very active location. This was tons of people out and about watching the eclipse today, walking over the footbridge. Beautiful sunset from this area as well, so nice to be able to see from down in that particular location. Not getting from the Speedy's Total Car Care camera, the view from the Chattanooga Zoo camera, Lookout Mountain, and back where the sunset was a few hours ago, well back to the south and west of this particular location. Clouds out there, and we'll continue to see more cloudy conditions as well the next couple of days. And then looking at I-24 traffic moving through downtown, everything moving along quite nicely on the Patriot Concrete camera. Downtown also looking off toward the east-northeast from the News 12 camera at the Bailey's Heating and Air camera in downtown. All these cameras are available on the EPB Fiber Optics WeatherCam network. And if you'd like to see those, all you have to do is go to our website, WDEF.com. Good possibility we're going to be seeing some more raindrops on the camera lens in the course of about the next 24 hours or so. So be prepared for some more rainfall taking place as we go throughout the next couple of days, because that is where we could see a bit of an issue going on there. This is really fascinating to take a look at. If you take a look at our visible satellite picture, you're going to notice something very interesting going on here from down in the southwest, and then it gets very dark as that shadow crosses the area going back up to the north and to the west. That, again, beautiful to be able to see that, and watching the eclipse unfold on satellite. Now we get this plume of moisture heading up our direction, so we'll see better chances of rainfall coming up as we get into around the area of tomorrow, and again Wednesday, and again on Thursday. So we're not quite done with anything. We're just getting started with the rainfall, in fact, and that's what we're going to be seeing through the course of the rest of the next couple of days. Now, it doesn't look like much on camera. We have a stretched out area of low pressure called a trough, that dash line right there. The cold front behind it, most of that energy is going to scoot to our west and up to the northwest. Then, as we go into the next couple of days, we're going to see some interesting effects taking place. Let me get the wind data caught up here, and then we'll move forward. This is going to show, again, the developing area of low pressure across the Rio Grande and the Western Gulf. That's going to head up our direction in the next day or two, and this is going to give us a chance of some more chances of showers and thunderstorms out there. More rain potential as we go into Tuesday morning. As we head toward Tuesday afternoon, scattered showers across the area, and that should be about most of what we're looking at there. But we start to intensify after we get done with Wednesday morning. That warm front lifts up, and that keeps our temperatures very mild. And then Thursday afternoon and evening, down toward Mississippi and western Alabama, that is where we see what could be a pretty strong line of storms coming through overnight into Thursday morning. So we could be looking at showers every single morning for later on this week, and we could be looking at more potential of at least some thunderstorms. We'll take a look at the severe outlook in just a little while. As of right now, again, into the rest of the week, through Thursday afternoon, kids going to and coming home from school, you're going to need the umbrella every single day this week. You may not need it as much on certain days, but you will need it, and that could again be a bit of an issue out there as we go into the next few days. So if you don't have spring break this week, I know a lot of places do, please make certain that you get ready for rain protection out there, and keep your umbrella, the bumper chute, handy just to be on the safe side. Just pardon me for a second, I didn't mean to turn away from everybody, but tuning in on Twitch just to make certain that everything was okay with the netcast going on there. Now, toward the end of the week, as we go toward Friday morning, we'll have some lingering showers, but then through the rest of the day, it's a good possibility that we may see, again, through the afternoon hours, some clouds and then clearing out. So the weekend looks pretty good, which, again, is not exactly the schedule we were hoping for. But for right now, that is where we're going to be seeing, again, the potential for the worst of the conditions coming up through the rest of the week. So if you have any plans for outdoors, I think you should be okay. Again, the chances of rainfall coming back our direction are going to be with us through the rest of the week. Now, what does that look like into tomorrow? Again, for the time being, I think for the Lookouts home opener at about 7 o'clock tomorrow, unfortunately, there's going to be decent amounts of scattered showers in and around the area, and that, again, could be a bit of an issue there for the Lookouts. And then into the course of the next several days after that, that is where we see the Lookouts home opening schedule here. The 9th through the 11th, with Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the Tennessee Smokies. I think we're going to have the potential of some rainfall into around that portion of the week. Fireworks Friday for the Lookouts coming up this Friday. I think that should look like a beautiful evening for fireworks out there. And then for the evening game on Saturday and the matinee game on Sunday, that looks pretty good where the weather is concerned out there. So not looking too totally terrible, but there will be chances of rain again Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So kind of iffy on the rain out chances coming our direction. So we'll see how well that pans out in the next few days. So for our friend in roofing weather/science poll of the day, the average summer temperature in the Sahara Desert, the average. I think a lot of people did not read this properly because they were probably thinking that this was the maximum temperature of the summer in the Sahara Desert. So the choices 99, 104, 117, and 130. 45% of you voted 130 degrees. A close second at 39% was 104, And that was the actual correct answer right there. So thanks to everybody who participated in our friendinroofing.com weather poll of the day. Again, you can borrow the QR code here to log in, or just go to our website, wdef.com/vote now, to take a look at our next poll. Next poll question goes up at midnight tonight, so take a look and vote, and we'll have more on that coming up a little bit later on as we go through the week and into next week, so we have the better potential of some very interesting questions out there. So stay tuned for much more with News 12 on that. All right, so what does the complete and total 7-day forecast look like for now? I think the time being is going to look like this. The clouds are breaking up a little bit, but we'll get more clouds out there coming our way into the course of the next couple of days. So for opening day, showers possible. As we get into Wednesday and Thursday, better chances of showers and thunderstorms. Maybe some marginal threat of severe weather. We'll show that forecast to you in a minute. Friday, things clear out, and it looks great out there. Sylvester the Spider hanging out at Island Cove Marina and Resort. The good news about this forecast, at least one of the best positive things, concentrating on the pluses, as we get into the weekend and Friday, that looks good. Heading toward next Monday, which is tax deadline, 1 week and 1 hour, 56 minutes from now. You've got to get your taxes in for the last day, April 15th, next week. So George a little bit worried there. But so far the weather on tax day looks pretty good. So hopefully I think we should be doing a little bit better there as we get into the course of the next couple of days. But we'll keep you updated on that forecast as well. All right, now big weather news. Taking a look at the forecast again, the pale green color here indicates the possibility of just generic thunderstorms on the key at the top here. It's not even looking at severe weather as we look around this particular area. So we're not seeing, again, a lot going on for right now. But as we go forward in time, this is where we could see the potential of some problems well back to our south, and that is where we see the possibility of some stronger weather down toward the Oklahoma area. Red River, southern Mississippi Valley, the Delta could be an issue for some higher amounts of severe weather. And then we get into Wednesday, that dark green strip right there, that gives us a marginal threat of severe weather. Now that's not a lot, but it is a possibility of some severe weather coming up in the area, and this is a day 3 forecast, so this is pretty far in the future, and this forecast is basically about 12 to 18 hours old. So this page you're looking at right here is ancient in the forecast terms from the Storm Prediction Center. So the latest one will get updated at about 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So we'll see, excuse me, how well this turns out. This big bullseye here, that is again an enhanced risk, but that is well away from the News 12 viewing area. So that could be the potential of maybe some areas of the heaviest weather down toward the Delta and the Gulf Coast. That's going to be the worst of the worst possibility here. We'll see a lot less of a chance through here, but we do need to monitor this because, again, at this time of the year, we are in severe weather mode. This is the prime time of the year, from roughly late January through about, give or take, about early May. This is the time frame to make certain that you are up to date with what is going on when it comes to anything involving severe weather, because we really need to watch out for that. And this is something that is primary importance to make certain that everyone is paying attention and getting ready to go when it comes to anything at all involving outdoor plans, travel plans, anything like that. So you really need to watch more about anything involving weather in this time frame. Now, in the next month or so, we're going to be going toward the doldrums of summer into May, and anywhere through about, say, about October. We've got about half the year to where we get into very stable and not much in the way of severe weather. But for right now, this is the time frame to really, really, really pay attention to what's happening, because this forecast could escalate very quickly. So now would be the opportunity to make certain that you're paying attention to what's going on with severe weather out across the area. I really highly urge you to do so. That's not hype forecast. That's just trying to make certain that everybody pays attention to the forecast and make certain that you are paying attention to what's happening for your own safety, if not for your own information. The term, when you see these headlines these days that says the storm struck without warning, there really is no such thing anymore like that. So definitely want to make certain that you are ready to go just in case, because at this time of the year it is going to be very important to make certain that you are paying attention for, again, your own safety. So please keep it tuned to News 12 for more details about what is going on, and we'll keep you updated from here. So definitely want to stay tuned for more on that. But this right here could really change into the course of the next few days. All right, so excuse me, we went through the eclipse, but is there something you can do as a citizen scientist to help NASA understand more about what is happening? I'm glad you asked that question, because yes, there is. NASA Citizen Science at Do NASA Science, DO NASA Science. That right there is your opportunity to learn more and to participate. Coming up tomorrow morning, there's going to be a science debriefing session from NASA, learning about what's going on with the eclipses out there. What have we learned so far? What was the experience like for you? Is this the first time you ever saw an eclipse? Did it live up to the expectation? Did the clouds get in the way? What's next in eclipse science? The group known as Sci Starter, SCI Starter, and you can find them tons of information about what you can do. When it comes to participating in some branches of science, you don't need a PhD. You can just jump right in with keeping track of notes, and sometimes you don't even need any electronic equipment. A piece of paper, a pad of paper, a pencil, a pen, that's all you need on here. Now, this is a very long website to be able to copy down. So if you want to know more about this and how you can participate in this debriefing, that's 9 o'clock Eastern time, or pardon me, 2 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom. That'll be starting tomorrow afternoon. And then that's April the 9th. You can use the QR code there. This information, all of this page that you see here, is on my social media sites, except Facebook. I'm still locked out of there. Any tech people at Facebook, I've given you every single piece of identification I've got. I don't know what else I can do at this point, but I may be done with Facebook at this point, so I have no idea whether or not I'm going to get this thing back or not, so we'll wait and see what goes on. In the meantime, if you'd like to know more about this and how you can participate, head to my other social media pages. Where are those, you may ask? Well, they are basically all over the place. I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Counter Social, Post, Mastodon, the website formerly known as Twitter. I refuse to call it X, and of course on WDEF.com/weather on our home website if you'd like to be able to hone in on what's going on there. Man, see how we're doing here. We've been on about 23 minutes, so we're running into the end of the show here. If anybody has any questions on Twitch or YouTube, be sure to ask them. And if we don't know something, we will say that we don't know and try to get you the information signed up somewhere else. We're going to see the chances of rain and thunderstorms throughout the course of the rest of the week, so that could be, again, just a bit of an issue into the next couple of days. So please keep it tuned to News 12, and we'll let you know more about what may be happening in and around the area where it comes to weather. We try to touch on astronomy, and here on Weather Overtime, this is where we try to let you know more about what's going on with the weather and give you tons more time to ask questions, which is where you don't get that from a lot of different websites and from a lot of different TV stations. But we would like to make certain that we are available so that you can know a little bit more about what's going on. So we do want to make certain that this is available to you. If you like what we're showing here, let us know. If you don't, let us know. We'll try to cut that out if at all possible and let you know a little bit more about what exactly it is that you like about this or don't like. And would love to know more about what would get you to tune back in more often. So stay tuned again for more on that. All right, I think we've done pretty much about all we can for tonight. And again, we've got tons of information. We're waiting for everyone to show up with their pictures on our website, so please send those in. We'd love to see more about what you're looking at out there. We'll have tons more on the forecast coming up tonight on News 12 at 11. And, of course, Chip Chapman will have your forecast bright and early coming up next week. And that, again, will be your update in the morning show. And the chances of severe weather, will bring you along on that and keep you updated as well. More information, email me down here, Twitch TV and YouTube. My email address here, aonic@wdef.com. Otherwise, head to our website at the bottom of the page at wdef.com/weather. Again, please drop us a line. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what you like or don't like about our weather blog, and we'll be glad to answer those questions and hopefully fix that stuff for you. So that'll do it for tonight. Thanks to everybody for tuning in for at least a brief period of time on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick. Stay tuned for much more with News 12 online. And, of course, we'll be back on the air tonight at 11. And Chip Chapman has your forecast bright and early on Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us for Monday night, April the 8th, Weather Overtime.